Greetings, followers. It is I, Cardinal Sin, and I got a bunch of cool stuff in the mail today, so I thought we would check it out. And I would like to welcome you to another episode of The Unboxing. Well, let's get right to it. I know what these are. These are my autographed books. Damn microphone. From Walter Bosley. Confessions of a Spooky Mind. Latitude 33, Key to the Kingdom. I love getting autographs from authors. It's like the one thing that I collect. I Will See You in Time. I collect autographs, not just autographed books, but especially autographed books. Secret Missions, The Hidden Legacy of Old California. Very good book. Walter has just put out number 5 in the series. Secret Missions number 5. This is The Empire of the Wheel, an investigation of occult espionage and murder. Pretty cool. This was one that he co-wrote with Richard Spence. Bloody microphone. And this is the aforementioned Secret Missions 5, Veiled Destinies. You can pick all of these up, by the way, on lulu.com. Well worth the price. And authors get more than they're paid on Amazon. And since I'm an author myself, I totally can dig that. Ambrose Bierce and the Empire of the Wheel. Destination Carcosa. For any of you that are familiar with H.P. Lovecraft, you'll know what that means. This is a great book. And of course, it's even greater because it's signed by Walter Bosley. This is Empire of the Wheel 2, Friends from Sonora, one of Walter's earlier works, but very good. He knows how to research, and he's a good writer. I hear you out there. You're going, oh, all his autographs look the same. I'm just kidding. Empire of the Wheel 3, The Nameless Ones. A little bit more Lovecraftian influence, if you see what I mean. And, of course, it's also autographed. Hopefully you can see that. So, yeah, I'm pretty psyched about that. Got to be careful with new books. Really looking forward to breaking open Confessions of a Spooky Mind. Allegedly, Walter talks about his UFO sighting in this book, something that he doesn't talk about on his channel, which is called the Walter Bosley channel on YouTube. So please, everyone, subscribe to Walter Bosley. Right. This one's just a tariff. Not a tariff, a tariff. Got to be smarter than the packaging, Gil. Oh. This is a new one for me. I've never read Bud Hopkins' book, Art, Life, and UFOs, a Memoir. Looking forward to that. But wait, that's not all. Yeah. I have no idea what this is. The anticipation is killing me. Ooh. Some more books that I ordered. The Invisible College by Jacques Vallée. And Operation Trojan Horse by John Keel, who is, or was rather, one of the greatest UFO and paranormal researchers in the world. But wait, don't answer yet. All right. So speaking of John Keel, we have Strange Creatures from Time and Space. So lucky that these books are back in print. Like Philip K. Dick's books, a lot of these just weren't in print for decades. So you had to, pay an exorbitant sum to buy them. And this is Nick Redfern's book, Men in Black. And I already have his book. The Real Men in Black. Bugger me. Ah! Damn microphone. Upstairs in my library, I even have Nick Redfern's book, Women in Black. And this is the Ray Harryhausen Ultimate Collection. So we have It Came From Beneath the Sea, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, The Three Worlds of Gulliver, Jason and the Argonauts, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad. I think that's the one that has Tom Baker in it. Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. Dum 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 dum. This song's dumb. So really looking forward to that. And we have one more to go. So let's see what's in it. Ah, yes. Ancient Babylonian Heir. This is very expensive. Okay, I hear your question. You're saying, okay, Cardinal Sin, if it's air from ancient Babylon, how did they store the air in ancient Babylon? It's an easy question to answer because mason jars are hermetically sealed. Get it? Anyone? Montague Summers, the vampire in myth and legend, in lore and legend. These are easy to read books. I ripped right through these when I was younger, and I can heartily recommend them. Fancied himself a bit of a witch finder. This is Pat Cadigan's new book, The Alien 3 screenplay by Pat Cadigan. And originally the screenplay was written by William Gibson, and I think the only thing that actually survived to the end was the UPC marks on the back of the neck of the prisoners. So I'm looking forward to that. William Gibson's Virtual Light, which I've read. I couldn't find my copy. This one was really cheap. So I thought, why not? Dun dun dun! Forbidden Planet. An excellent movie, and one that many people say was the basis for Star Trek. Okay, so here we get into Stanton Friedman and Kathleen Marden. This is their book, Science Was Wrong, and it basically riffs off one of Stan's favorite theories, that science gets things wrong almost as much as they get things right, and this goes through all of the things, like before the moon landing or the rocket, the Apollo rocket, Apollo 11 took off. Some astronomer did a calculation and said, you'd have to have a billion pounds of thrust to escape gravity, and he was off by a factor of 10, which Stan Friedman points probably in this book. Yes, John Keel, The Mothman Prophecies. You guys are probably familiar with at least the movie, if not the book. New York Times bestseller. And last, but certainly not least, the Compendium Maleficarum. And these are spells you shouldn't even read, much less say out loud. So it looks like lots of books and a Blu-ray. Let's see who's here and what kind of comments we have. Stream Elements bot is here, but not the Stream Elements tip jar. If you'd like to tip me for any reason, you can go to paypal.me/GilBavel. That's GILBAVEL. And you can buy me a coffee or a pizza or send me a buck or two as you like. Canadian Spider-Man's here. He says, "What's in the box?" Welcome everyone. Thanks for watching. Please show Cardinal Sin some love and hit the thumbs up, and better yet, leave a comment and ask a question. Thanks. Lulu.com. That's correct. Hey, Andy Masterson. Yay, Andy Masterson is here. And he says, "I just discovered your martial arts channel recently, Andy. Thanks for that." Yes, it's a great channel. I don't get it, LOL. I don't know to what you're referring. Eastland Burkholder is here. Great movie. Thank you. I appreciate your being here. Andy Masterson says, "Cardinal Sin, I recommend Sunglasses After Dark by Nancy A. Collins for vampires." Huh. Well, presumably that was named for the Cramps song. And since most people don't know that in his youth, Andy was secretly a punk rocker, he would know. Andy, was Sunglasses After Dark by Nancy A. Collins named for the Cramps song? Or was it written before and they wrote their song, Sunglasses After Dark, because of the book? Canadian Spider-Man says, "Eastland Burkholder, hey, thanks for joining us." Andy Masterson says, "Lots of punk references." I guess. Hey, while I have you here, please don't forget, tomorrow, I Am Not a Number. We will be showing the episode do that. One-man show here, folks. I'm my own producer. We will be showing Dance of the... Well, we won't be showing Dance of the Dead, but we will be reviewing Dance of the Dead. So, there you have it. Please do tune in. It's between 3 and 5 p.m. Central. So, it would be really cool if you could make it. And by the way, great artwork by Fet for Hire. Thank you very much, Fet for Hire, who also did the artwork for this part of the shirt. Which, of course, is taken from this.
I will not make any deals with you. I've resigned. I will not be pushed filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered. My life is my own.
Is it?
Yes, you won't hold me.
So don't forget to be here at the Cardinal Sin channel, youtube.com/Cardinal Sin, all one word, and see us talk about Dance of the Dead, which is a really cool episode of The Prisoner. And you can follow along and watch the episodes on Amazon Prime for free. Unfortunately, they have really irritating ads, but the remastering is incredible. I recently picked up the 50th anniversary box set. It has all kinds of extras and interviews and things like that. But the main thing is, Network did such a wonderful remaster of The Prisoner, all 17 episodes. They really saved the show because we're turning a whole new generation of people onto The Prisoner, and that's a wonderful feeling, and it's great that people can follow along. So tonight, your homework is to go to Amazon Prime or your favorite streaming service and watch Dance of the Dead, and then we'll be reviewing it tomorrow. Rick Davey will be here, and he is the author of The Essential Guide to The Prisoner, which they sell at Port Marion, which is where The Prisoner was filmed. It's in North Wales. Canadian Spider-Man, your reviews of The Prisoner and your guests are fantastic. I will see you there. Well, many thanks. Many thanks. Andy Masterson says, I'm sure the title was inspired by the Cramps. That's what I figured. Please subscribe to Cardinal Sin's YouTube channel. Actually, a much easier way to subscribe to Cardinal Sin's YouTube channel is this one right here. And again, if for any reason you should want to tip me, if you enjoy the content on this channel, the shows that I do, unboxings like this one, you can do it there. It's 100% secure. You don't have to worry about any kind of, monkeying around. I don't even get your credit card number. It's all done, through PayPal. So, which was started by Elon Musk and Sergey something. I don't remember his last name. Nuke Joe 13 is here. Hail. Good to see you. Hope you can join us tomorrow. We're doing pretty good for an unboxing. That's okay, Canadian Spider-Man. No worries. And you don't have to put the dub in front of it. You can just put in youtube.com/Cardinal Sin, and it'll pop right up. That way you don't have to, search through all the thousands of bands that name themselves Cardinal Sin long after I named myself Cardinal Sin, which I did back in the 1980s when I first became a member of the Church of the Subgenius. And it just kind of stuck. Nuke Joe 13, Cardinal Sin likewise, my friend. Hailing me back. Hail, still at work. Just wanted to listen for a bit at least. Hey, I can totally dig it, man. As soon as I can figure out how to get an RSS feed, there will be audio podcasts of every show I've ever done. and that's a lot of shows. So hopefully it will do well, get a lot of 5-star reviews, and it will bring more subscribers to the channel. I got an email today from, of all people, YouTube. And it said, congratulations for hitting 500 subscribers. You're halfway there, or you're on your way, or something like that. And it was nice, but I mean, with all the fuckery that YouTube has been putting us through, I was kind of surprised, but it was a nice surprise. What is it, Nuke Joe, that you would like? Oh, if I made an RSS feed. Yeah, I gotcha. I'm working on it. I actually know what the RSS feed number is for my channel. I just don't know how to hook it up to, podcatchers like iTunes and all that stuff out there. Canadian Spider-Man has it right. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. That's right. Actually, I don't think it's on my channel, but I have a rant that I performed in front of the Subgenius faithful at XXX Day, the 2001 X Day drill, because, of course, the pleasure goddesses of in their flying saucers were supposed to come and pick up all dues-paying members of the Church of the Subgenius July 5th, 1998. And somehow, according to Reverend Ivan Stang, somehow the conspiracy with the large C, figured out a way sometime in the 50s to stop time so that we'd never get to 1998. So right now it's actually like 1955. We're in the Matrix, we don't actually know. So that's why the Exists haven't appeared yet. But on the day that they do, all dues-paying members of the Church of the Subgenius will be taken off-world to their planet, Planet X, and we will wave goodbye to the Pink Boys while they fry and scream. Pink Boys just means normies. It doesn't mean gay people or anything like that. Yes. Canadian Spider-Man, thanks for the cool dollar bill from the Church of the Subgenius, Cardinal. Actually, that's called a slack buck, and I made those. It's not a Subgenius thing, although it ought to be, but you're welcome. Hail, Sherry, and welcome to this unboxing, which is now turning into more of a chat show. Nuke Joe 13, sorry for spelling. Sometimes I have to click off the tab from Chrome, work ethics, blah, blah, blah. Gotcha. Carol's Cookies is here. Hello. Sherry, thank you, Canadian Spider-Man. Hello, Cardinal, Carol's Cookies, sorry. Carol's Cookies, hello and welcome to this unboxing. Cardinal Sin got some very cool autographed books. Yes, from Walter Bosley. Very cool. Carol's Cookie says, hey there, Sherry and Canadian Spider-Man. Canadian Spider-Man is more popular on my channel than I am on my channel. It's weird. Hi. Who are the effigies, Gil? Where's the Jackpot Saloon? And can we go there and get some beer and wings sometime? My treat. The effigies are a band from Chicago, and I put on their show here in Lawrence at the Jackpot Saloon. And I think it's closed now. But they used to put on shows. They got bought out by some San Francisco interest who didn't run it very well and had to close it. The Effigies are a great band from Chicago. They play whatever the punk fest is up there. I want to say Riot Fest. I think it is Riot Fest. But if you get a chance to listen to the Effigies, maybe on Spotify or something like that, check out their album. I think it's called Cold Plate, but it's just an amazing album. And when they came here, their drummer couldn't make it. He had some sort of, thing that he had to do that was already scheduled. So the bass player's son played the drums, and he's like a drummer in a metal band, and he was incredible. I mean, it was exactly like the drummer played on the album, or maybe even better. And he wasn't even old enough to get into the bar. I think he was 17 or 18. And I asked him after the show, I said, "Hey, that was a great show, man. Really good." And I asked him, how many times did you rehearse, with your dad's band? And he said, "We didn't rehearse." And I said, "Really? Well, how many times did you listen to the album?" "Once." I mean, this guy was an amazing fucking prodigy. And everyone knows, as a drummer, I worship excellent drummers. So it didn't sell very well. We had kind of a mostly empty hall. Across the street at the Replay Lounge, people were buying, PBRs for $3, but they couldn't see their way clear to go across the street and get a ticket for $5. This is the ticket to which Canadian Spider-Man is referring, with Hyperopia and the Kinetics. It was a great band, great show, and those were great local bands. I don't think either of them are still around. Bloody microphone. So that's what he is referring to. I thought it meant albinos. Slackbucks are cool. Yes, they are. Let's see if they're within reach. Good thing I had my headphones on. So this is the front of the Slackbuck to which Canadian Spider-Man is referring. And the reverse. So I made those a long time ago, and I found the original, a cut and paste sheet, took it down to Kinko's, had them print off some more on green paper, and I send one out with every package. I sell stuff on eBay while I'm waiting to get monetized from YouTube. Sherry says, "Hey, Nuke Joe 13. Nuke Joe 13 says, "Hey, Carol's Cookies, hi." Canadian Spider-Man says, "I don't know about that, but cheers." Carol's Cookie says, "Hi, Nuke Joe 13. Dalek 451 is in the house, ladies and gentlemen." And he says, "Hail, Cardinal Sin, watching while doing my writing." That must be difficult. That would be hard for me to do. I have to turn on either music that I'm very familiar with or music without lyrics and keep it really low to write at the same time. But I've been known to do it. How is everyone tonight? Carol's Cookie says, "It's not even 5 o'clock where I am, so I don't know where you live, but it's still the afternoon here. Carol's Cookies says, Hail Dalek451. Canadian Spider-Man says, can you please quickly show the new joiners the cool stuff from the boxes real quick before you go? Sure, I'll do that. Or I guess they could just watch the replay. Sherry says, hello Dalek451. How was lunch with Nan? Canadian Spider-Man at Dalek451. Hey, great to have you here. Good luck with the writing and try and include yippee-ki-yay motherfucker in the dialogue somewhere. Tip Cardinal Sin says stream elements. Sherry says very cool. Nuke Joe 13. Hail Dalek451. Carol's Cookie says there's something in my eye and a bear in my side yard. Well, it could be worse. It could be a spider in your eye. Canadian Spider-Man says, man, if you could ever get to Halifax or Montreal, I'd love to take you to some great live music venues, Cardinal Sin. Well, that sounds like a deal. I just have to get a passport, which I think takes 9 months or something. Canadian Spider-Man says to Carol's Cookies, nice. We have our bears going into hibernation soon, if not already. Nuke Joe 13. He's laughing so hard he's crying. Canadian Spider-Man says, what's wrong with spiders? I love spiders, man. They take, get rid of the rest of the vermin and pests and things like that. Except for fruit flies. Which, once you have an infestation, it's very difficult to get rid of. Apple cider vinegar, and a little dish liquid on top, and stir it together, and that's worked for me. The traps that you can get for fruit flies, like at a store, don't really work very well. So I just have been saving a lot of like Starbucks cups and the like that are very tall, and they can smell, obviously, the apple cider vinegar, and they have to go all the way down there and sort of settle on the top, and then they're stuck. And I don't normally advocate violence against any creature, even insects, but fruit flies are kind of like mosquitoes. They don't count. So, all right, a quick review. The Compendium Maleficarium, which has spells in it you should not even read, much less talk about. John Keel's The Mothman Prophecies. Kathleen Martin and Stanton Friedman's book, Science Was Wrong. I got my copy of Forbidden Planet, which Doomcock and others say was sort of the basis for Star Trek, and I agree. William Gibson's Virtual Light, which I read, but I just couldn't find my copy, so I got another one. Alien 3, the unproduced first draft screenplay by William Gibson, a novel by Hugo Award-winning author Pat Cadigan, who will be on my show, Masters of the Genre, soon. I will let you know when that time comes. This is The Vampire in Lore and Legend by Montague Summers. I read a ton of his books in my teenage years, and it's just fascinating reading. For instance, one of the things that I learned in one of his books was that in the Middle Ages, or the Dark Ages, I'm not really sure which, people would carry either grain or grains of rice in their pocket. And if they were being followed by a vampire, they would get to a crossroads and they would take the handful of grains or grains of rice or whatever and just throw it across the crossroad, and then they would continue on their way. And the vampire, the vampire got there, would have to stop and count every single grain of rice. Interesting story as a side note. I was getting a mental evaluation for disability because about 13 years ago I was homeless and I didn't sleep for 2 months. And it really did a number on my cognition and my memory. And it gets worse as I age. But the lady that I was talking to, the PhD, was busy scribbling, notes because I was talking. As you all know, I'm a guy that loves the sound of his own voice. And I was trying to explain to her what having OCD was like. And so I recounted that story, and she wrote, "Gil thinks he's a vampire," which is ridiculous. But I suppose in disability court, that might help. I don't know. What else? The Ray Harryhausen Ultimate Collection. And it came from Beneath the Sea, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, The Three Worlds of Gulliver, Jason and the Argonauts, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, which I'm pretty sure is the one with Tom Baker, Doctor Who, and Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. So, pretty cool box set if you're a fan of Ray Harryhausen, which I am. This is John Keel's book, Strange Creatures from Time and Space. Kind of a cryptozoology book, I suppose. I haven't read that one, but I've read a lot of his work. Haven't read Operation Trojan Horse, so I'm looking forward to that. The Invisible College by Jacques Vallée, one of the giants of the UFO community. Research, investigator, etc. Bloody microphone. Jacques Vallée actually personally did research on Project Blue Book cases while Project Blue Book was going. It wasn't just J. Allen Hynek, but sometimes Jacques Vallée would investigate those cases too. Bud Hopkins of Intruders and Missing Time fame has a memoir titled Art, Life, and UFOs. And I didn't even know that he had written that. So that'll be really cool. Okay, Canadian Spider-Man wants me to share with you, again, my autograph books from Walter Bosley, which just came today. This is Confessions of a Spooky Mind. And in this book, allegedly, Walter has... he talks about his experience with the UFO. And there is that handsome man himself right there. Good friend of mine, friend of the channel. As a matter of fact, my last episode or rather my most recent episode, I hope it's not my last episode, of Into the Fringe was Walter Bosley and Don Ecker. And boy, was that a lot of fun. If you get a chance, please watch that episode of Into the Fringe. I don't remember the number. It's the latest one. It might be 55, 54. I don't remember. You can just search on my playlist of Into the Fringe and just watch that last episode. It was really good. This is Latitude 33, Key to the Kingdom, the arcane science and hermetic engineering of the happiest place on Earth. And that's a lot more like what Walter really looks like. If I ever get down to his area, Pasadena, or it's not Pasadena. That's where Robert Meyer Burnett lives. I don't remember, but if I ever get down that way, I'm buying that man a beer. This is his book, I Will See You in Time. I apologize, it's so hard to see. I wonder if I turn my light off, if that would help. No, I can't bloody find it. It's hiding from me. Okay, is this better? Or is this better? Or does it make any difference at all? Seems like it doesn't. And you can see me just fine, so screw the damn light. Or as William S. Burroughs would say, screw the damn light. All right, so we have Secret Missions, The Hidden Legacy of Old California. Oh, yeah, and I'm supposed to show you the autograph. All these books are autographed. I guess I do need the light. Maybe that will help. There we go. And all of these books are signed by him, so they look largely the same. This is Empire of the Wheel, which he co-wrote with Richard Spence, an investigation of occult espionage and murder. Great book. All of Walter's books are available on Lulu.com because they pay authors more per unit sold than Amazon, probably by quite a bit. And instead of getting an ebook, you get, that new book smell. This is Secret Missions 5, Veiled Destinies, Crossroads at the Axis of Circumstance. Then we have Ambrose Bierce and the Empire of the Wheel, Destination Carcosa. Whoops. And if you are a fan of H.P. Lovecraft, you know what that means. Empire of the Wheel 2, Friends from Sonara. Again, autographed by my friend Walter Bosley. He's come to the White House for several dinners with me and Hillary. And Empire of the Wheel 3, The Nameless Ones, which of course is another very thinly veiled H.P. Lovecraft reference, considering that he's right here. Not very thinly veiled at all. All right, so let's see what else you guys have to say. Herc 130 is here. Hail. Phantom Boomer is here. Hail. Let's see. Canadian Spider-Man says, gotta go for a run, but I'll see you tomorrow, for I am not a number. Everyone. They should have given him a letter. Perhaps they would have gotten more cooperation. I'm not sure exactly what he means by that. I know he's referring to the prisoner, number 6, but take care, Canadian Spider-Man, says Sherry. Canadian Spider-Man says, stay well and have fun, Sherry. Hail, Darius Munchausen. Hail, Phantom Boomer. Hail back. Great to have everybody here. Stream Elements. Tip jar doesn't work. Phantom Boomer, yay. Thanks for stopping in and joining us all today. Yes. Although we must become unjoined before the show is over, or we'll stay that way. Hail from Carol's Cookies to Phantom Boomer and Darius Munchausen. And there's lots of hailing going on. Canadian Spider-Man says, please subscribe to Cardinal Sin at youtube.com/Cardinal Sin. Thank you. I appreciate that. Darius says, hail. Darius says, hi. Darius says, hey. Phantom Boomer says, at Canadian Spider-Man, the supply chain is really fucked up beyond all recognition. They have a shortage of Gatorade at my grocery store. Ah, that sucks. Sherry says, how? Darius Munchausen. Canadian Spider-Man says, fucking vampires will get a hold of my blood. We may have a very serious situation on our hands. Same with Hulk, I suppose. Huh. Herc 130 is in the house. Hail, Herc 130. I don't know why I just did the hook 'em horns thing. Just hail. Late as usual, hail. Well, this is a very long unboxing episode, so you're not really late. Phantom Boomer, no kidding, man. I've spent all morning researching how to harvest and grow garlic and other stuff. Learned how to make pemmican. Canadian Spider-Man, what is pemmican? Sherry says, hi, Herc 130. Canadian Spider-Man, Herc 130 came and joined. Whoop, whoop. He says, I have 2 months worth of supplies in my RV, Phantom Boomer, and my seed stocks in case truckers can't keep up. Wow. Great idea. Darius, thank you for the help. Into the Fringe number 39. And he has the URL right there for my latest episode of Into the Fringe with Walter Bosley and Don Ecker, which was so much fun. By the time 2 hours was over, I couldn't believe how swiftly it went by. It was just amazing. Darius, thank you for looking that up. I appreciate it, brother. Hail, Herc 130. Nice work, Darius. Phantom Boomer. I have a terminal gopher invasion. I have to lay down gravel, hardware cloth, and decorative bark. Anything I grow is going to be in containers. That sucks. Sherry agrees. Yes, it's brighter. Phantom Boomer says no difference, which was the name of the band I was in. What a great stream on your channel last night, Darius. Always fun. So many good people. I bet Cardinal's ears were burning. Probably busy busting his butt working. Yeah, I was, actually. I made 43 episodes of shorts, but for some reason the sound was off. So all the work that I did, I had to scrap and I have to redo today. So that's what I was doing. I was working, just not very well. Phantom Boomer planted garlic, which the voles hate, then been doing potatoes in buckets. I have also been target practicing with my BB gun and slingshot. Oh no! The half-inch stainless ball bearings go boom. I don't want to hear that, Canadian Spider-Man. That's not cool. The lighting is good either way, Gil. Okay, cool. There's bacon and a shot and some other stuff in there. Phantom Boomer, Canadian Spider-Man. I'm going to have to try garlic. I can get Society garlic, which used to do pretty well. I have a problem with a large chunk of my yard getting too much Southern California sun. I can attest to the truth that if you surround your garden, and I know in the UK that means your backyard, but I'm talking about like if you're growing stuff in your land at home, if you plant garlic all the way around it, rabbits and so forth will not molest your garden. Canadian Spider-Man says, I wish I had too much sun as a problem, Phantom. Nice. The solar panels that just came in are working well, though. Oh, cool. I didn't know that you had solar panels. We should talk about that more. Canadian Spider-Man goes on to say, people are more resistant to being numbered. Perhaps that's all. LOL. Stream Elements insists that you tip me. Darius Munchausen says, Canadian Spider-Man, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Cardinal is always on our minds. Oh, thanks. Phantom Mover, hail Cardinal Sin. I dropped something in PayPal using the address in the Chiron. Thank you. I appreciate that. Canadian Spider-Man says, apparently Tom Holland says Spider-Man No Way Home is a bummer according to Culture Casino. Damn. I did a one-on-one with Culture Casino because he can't make my Sunday pop culture show, Cardinal Sin and Friends. And it was really great. He's a really great guy. We had a lot of fun, talked about a lot of stuff that I didn't know about. Hopefully, I told him some things he didn't know about. But Darius, if you're still here, if you want to go to the playlist Cardinal Sin and you can find the one with Culture Casino. It's also a very good episode. At Phantom Boomer, thanks for doing that, bud. Cheers. Cardinal Sin from Phantom Boomer. Pemmican is essentially jerky. Oh, I see. And Sherry says is a mixture of tallow, dried meat, and sometimes dried berries. Not for me. Pemmican is a type of meat fudge that lasts 25 years unrefrigerated. It's from Native Americans. It's basically powdered jerky mixed with rendered down suet with a bit of salt and optional dry fruit. Well, if I could use fake and bacon and, use that and, use that for my jerky, maybe take it out of the package and leave it out for a day or two so it's more, like jerky. Maybe that would work. Canadian Spider-Man says, where do you think the meat from the pemmican came from then? Phantom Boomer, Cardinal Sin, I've been racking my pea brain for how to revamp my channel. Purged it to avoid massive copyright strikes. I'm sorry to hear that, Phantom Boomer. My understanding is even if you delete your channel and start another one, somehow YouTube is able to keep track of that. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Best of luck. I know that YouTube has been fucking with a lot of people. A friend of mine that I didn't even realize watched my channel very much said that while he was watching my channel, I lost several thousand views, like just in a couple of seconds. So thanks a lot, YouTube. We love you. Canadian Spider-Man from Phantom Boomer. My sister-in-law got solar. All she gets in the mail is a statement of how much she fed back into the grid. Well, hopefully she also gets a little check. Darius, Culture Sin and Culture Casino one-on-one, number 4. There's the URL right there. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your modding very much. If you've ever wanted to see two men of high intellect and great creativity just have a conversation that is interesting, moves along at a brisk pace, don't talk over each other, that kind of thing, you should really check out this video. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed making it, and I'd like to have him back as soon as I can. Captain Cockney Spock is here with a burger, it looks like. Sherry says, hail. Darius says, hail. Cardinal Sin. Canadian Spider-Man. I always do that. Nice that she can have power even when the grid goes down. Hope she gets rebates. I have my folding solar panel to be able to go camping for weeks at a time. I saw recently online, it wasn't really in the news, but it was on like my phone when I was looking for something, that Tesla is giving away solar energy units. And maybe they, get paid the money that otherwise would go for the lighting bill. I don't know how it works, but Canadian Spider-Man is very happy to see Captain Cockney Spock. Thanks for joining. Hail and peace and long life. Phantom Boomer. Cardinal Sin. I had a lot of older movies on it. I didn't get any flack from YouTube, but I figure better to err on the side of caution. I agree, especially given the tomfoolery and the fuckery that YouTube has been up to lately. I got a warning, which otherwise would have been a strike, for my 500 subscriber Halloween haunted spooktacular, to celebrate my 500th subscriber. And by the way, thank you all for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And they didn't delete it, but they said, this is a warning. Your next one means you won't be able to stream or drop a video for a week. And at the beginning, I played Danse Macabre by French composer Camille Saint-Saëns, and it was written in 1878. So I don't know what their deal is, but that was not cool. Canadian Spider-Man says Darius is the best wrench around. I think all the mods on my channel are the best. That'd be like choosing between your children. Sherry has a little, I think Doomcock calls that, I don't remember what Doomcock calls that. Nuke Joe 13, Cardinal Sin. Change the network card they use, MAC address, which is permanent change, network card, and internet connection. They will have a problem linking the two accounts. No proof. That sounds like it would work. Phantom Boomer says, hail, Captain Cockney Spock. I was going to go jogging, but at this point I'm pouring myself a drink. Yeah, take it easy. Sit down. Just be good to yourself. Enjoy. Life is short. L'chaim. A toast. Captain Cockney Spock. Hail all. Time to think beyond YouTube. That's a good point. Orville Nation is here. Hail. Hey, PJ. Thanks for being here. Nuke Joe 13. Everyone have to run. Hopefully everyone has an awesome time. Thank you for being here, Nuke Joe 13. I do appreciate it. Phantom Boomer. Cardinal said, Canadian Spider-Man Sherry, I've been considering solar, but I have some repairs to do first. Hail. 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 Hey. Bladeless wind turbines are a good supplement to Phantom Boomer. Canadian Spider-Man, I have never heard of bladeless wind turbines. Don't know how that would work, but I'm sure you will enlighten me. Hail. Hail. Hey. Phantom Boomer. My channel is still there. I just deleted the content. I just need to start over. Well, far be it from me to give anybody advice about YouTube, but I would think you would just want to delete the account and start a new brand account. I actually went through a bunch of this with a Google employee that was sort of trying to help me with my brand channel, because my personal channel ended up being my brand channel, and we didn't really get anywhere over the 2.5 hours that we spent. Orville Nation, Canadian Spider-Man, sup, Maple Leaf Spidey. Actually, I saw some beautiful maple leaves here in Lawrence, just on the sidewalk. We start getting reds and kind of purple. It's just beautiful. I have so many photographs of leaves. It's insane. Phantom Boomer says, Canadian Spider-Man have zero room for a windmill. Well, maybe you could put it on top of your house, on top of the solar panels. I don't know. Anyway, this has been over an hour, so it's the longest unboxing video I've ever had. I really meant to keep it short, but I appreciate everyone being here. And Canadian Spider-Man says it's based on the Dyson tech. It has a tiny footprint, or the phallic-looking oscillating generators are cool too, like little traffic cones. Aww. Well, I just want to again thank everyone for being here. Please go to gillstore.com to get all of your merchandise. I'm Not a Number. You can get all of my other shows, Masters of the Genre. There's actually 2 designs. One is Fet for Hire. Fet for Hire also did the design for the top of the shirt, I Am Not a Number, which will be 3 to 5 p.m. tomorrow, of course. So please don't miss that. You can get mugs. You can get, if I can turn it the right way, you can get tumblers. This is a design made by why am I spacing his name? Douglas Nelson, who does great work. In fact, one moment, please. I picked up my copies of his comic, Night Night, which is available at indieplanet.com. Very good stuff. Doug is a great writer and a great artist. I mean, if you look at the inside, it's like the comics of old. It looks like comic books are supposed to look, instead of Wonder Woman being really fat and ugly. Sun King is his version of Superman, and it's a lot of fun. And then we have issue number 2 of Night Night. And so far, those are the only ones that he has put out. Nailsin Comics Group. And by the way, while I'm shouting out other YouTubers, do please subscribe to Douglas Nelson's channel. Mr. Nailsin, he does a podcast, which is just hysterically funny. I listen to it in bed when I'm waiting for my pain pills to kick in. And I think he translates the podcasts into the comic books. So that's from whence they came. So very cool. IndiePlanet.com. You can't see it. Well, it says IndiePlanet.com on it. Okay. And that's it. So thanks again for joining me for... Oh, wait, we have some more comments. Canadian Spider-Man, Orville Nation, hey, glad you are here with us. Yes, very much so. Phantom Boomer says, at Cardinal Sin, we still have citrus and avocados growing. Tomatoes are pretty much perennials around here. Wow, nicely done. And he goes on to say, Canadian Spider-Man, I have seen those turbines out in the desert. Canadian Spider-Man has the link, gillstore.com. That's where you can get all the merch and shirts. Like this one here. And all the shirts are priced, so I make the minimum amount of profit just to pay for the shirt, because with the URL on the back, you are a walking billboard for my company, my channel, sorry. And I appreciate that, so it's basically very... I didn't want to make it, uncomfortably expensive for people to get my shirts so that I could make money on it. I just want people to enjoy, shirts, mugs, tumblers, whatever. And this is the often sought after, very rare Into the Fringe t-shirt on white, again, with the URL of my channel on the back. I just happened to have all these sitting here. This is the cyberpunk red version of the Cardinal Sin shirt, again with the URL on the back. And this one is on heather gray, if you like that sort of thing. You get all kinds of stuff, including, speaking of Douglas Nelson, Masters of the Genre, with the URL on the back, and that was a Douglas Nelson design. And I think he caught my image pretty well. That's more or less how I see myself. But that would, I never had black hair. I started getting gray hair when I was 17. Life is short. Enjoy. Drink and be merry. For tomorrow we die. This is the other Into the Fringe t-shirt. And it has the URL on the back. All these are available at gillstore.com, which Canadian Spider-Man was good enough to put up on the screen. But there it is right there. Halloween's over, but there's always next year. And if you have a friend or a family member that's really into Halloween, you can give them an Arcane Haunted House t-shirt. And that's all. That's all I have within reach anyway. Other comments. Phantom Boomer says, I'm holding off on t-shirts till I drop some poundage. Many of the t-shirts are, this is a double XL. There are 3XL, 4XL, 5XL on some shirts. Canadian Spider-Man says, very nice design. Thank Vet for Hire for that. Or, in the case of Douglas Nelson, Douglas Nelson. I had trouble finding the Cyberpunk red version with their URL at the back on the store. Cardinal said, maybe Canada is different. Maybe I just fucked up and didn't get it on there. I don't know. Although, we just saw it, so I don't know. He goes on to say, I may have been inept. Well, there is always user error. So at 1 hour and 16 minutes and some seconds, again, I do want to thank you for joining me on this episode of The Unboxing. And until next time, it's Cardinal Sin out.